What's going on, guys? Jaxx the Bearded Hiker here, back with another Instant Pot recipe for you. We calling this easy peasy split pea soup in your Instant Pot. I'm going to show you how to do it. All right, guys, we're about ready to get this party started with our split pea soup here. So let's turn on our Instant Pot. Let's set our Instant Pot to the saute setting. And now, I will say this, as many times, I'm going to throw in 3 pats of butter in there, 3 tablespoons of butter. All right, while that's mounting up, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to saute these vegetables. Every time I have made this split pea soup, when I first came up with this recipe, I started out sauteing my vegetables. Now, I'm not real sure if you, I'm thinking by theory that you can not saute your vegetables, but I've never tried it. So if you do, I don't want to risk it right now, so we're just going to saute these vegetables. All right, so we're just going to saute these up for about 5 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next step. So it's been 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add in, I'm using Better Than Bouillon, and this is 6 teaspoons of Better Than Bouillon. And what I'll do is I'm going to just kind of melt this up first, and then I'll add in my 6 cups of plain water. If you weren't using Better Than Bouillon, then just use 6 cups of chicken broth. We'll just give that a stir in, just melt that up a little bit. While that's melting up, let's add in a generous pinch of cayenne pepper, just a pinch of saffron threads there, half a teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And again, guys, if I didn't say this before, I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to be leaving a link in the description where you can go get a printable version of this recipe. And I'll also leave the list of ingredients in the description of this video. 2 bay leaves, a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of black pepper, 1 small potato cubed up. All right, and this is something where it's optional, but I find this is some leftover ham pieces that I had. It's just frozen. If you didn't have these leftover cubed up ham pieces, you could use a hambone. Or if you're on the veggie kick or whatever and don't want to have meat in your diet, then you could surely leave that out completely. But it's going to give it a really good flavor. Now goes in 1 pound of our split peas. And they have been rinsed. You want to make sure that you go through them, make sure there's no pebbles and dirt or anything on them. You could use any other color of split peas if you wanted to, if you didn't want to use green. Just make sure they are split peas. Lastly goes in our 6 cups of water. Remember, I've already put the 6 teaspoons of Better Than Bouillon in there, so at this point you wouldn't be adding water. If you weren't using the bouillon, you'd be adding 6 cups of chicken broth. Now we'll give this a stir. Alright, on goes our lid. Set your Instant Pot to pressure cook. We're going to set the time for 15 minutes. Okay, on high, 15 minutes. And then after the 15 minutes, we're going to let it natural release for 15 minutes. And then if there's any pressure left over, we'll quick release. All right, it's been natural releasing for 15 minutes, so let's see how much pressure we got left. All right, we've stirred it up there a little bit and got rid of some of this, trying to get rid of some of this steam, but that's what it looks like. All right, let's give it a taste. All right, here we go. We're about ready to give this stuff a shot and shove it in my pie hole here. It's a little hot. Woo. Woo. Hold on. Fantastic. What can I say? So listen, Salt and pepper at your leisure. If you feel like it needs more, add it. Remember this too. If you don't, like if you have it the next day, put it in your refrigerator, it will thicken some. So if you want it to thin it out a little bit, just add a little bit more chicken broth, add a little bit more salt, pepper, and it'll thin it right back up. Personally, I don't mind it the next day when it thickens, and it actually tastes better than it does the next day than today. All right, guys, split pea soup in your Instant Pot. Do it.